Today I'm going to challenge you to ask yourselves before approaching the child, before approaching the child's behavior. I'm going to challenge you to ask a question. Is it a behavior? Is it a maladaptive behavior specifically, because behavior is everything that we do, or is it because of a skill deficiency? There is a difference, and sometimes we forget about, as parents and as professionals, that if there is a lack of exposure, if that child has not practiced a specific skill, that child will have an outburst. That child's ability to self-regulate will decrease. That child's ability to cope in that moment will be completely gone, because we're asking them to do something they haven't done before. We're asking them to do something that is completely new to them, and we haven't taught them. So the expectations are a little bit high at that point in time. So let's ask ourselves, let's put ourselves in their shoes. For a moment, let's visualize that we are that child. And let's say someone asks you to go skydiving, but you're afraid of heights, and they take you up in the airplane. What are you gonna do? You're going to react, and you're going to react badly, and you're going to have an outburst of emotional distress, because that's completely new to you, and that's something that you haven't prepared yourself to, and you're afraid of it. Something similar happens to the kiddos when we ask them, typical or atypical kiddos, when we ask them to do something they haven't been exposed to, or when we ask them to do something that is not within their limits, within their skills. So that's something that we have to make sure before calling it a maladaptive behavior. Can we see if it's a skill deficiency? Can we see if it's because of lack of exposure? What about, instead of asking the child to do it today, we expose the child to the situation in small amounts throughout a period of time? It can depend on the child, and then we can test them, or we can increase the challenge. Because remember the importance of the right challenge, the right amount of challenge. If you challenge them too much, the child will react. If you do not challenge them enough, then they will also react. It's just that right amount, that sweet spot, the one that we have to find. But again, ask yourselves as parents and as professionals, has my child been exposed to this before? Have I practiced this skill with my child before? If not, then that is the path that we have to take, because maybe that maladaptive reaction, that self-regulation, that low self-regulation episode, that frustration went up in the sky because we're asking too much of them, and we're asking them to do something that they haven't done before. Okay,